All right, we've got another review for you here on the Screen Team, and we're getting ready to view a Disney movie that just came out in 2018, around the Christmas time. It's called Mary Poppins Returns. And, of course, Mary Poppins Returns is a sequel to the Mary Poppins movie back from, I believe, the early 1960s. And we've got Sabrina here to review this movie with us. And, Sabrina, you have stated to me personally that this is your favorite movie of 2018. Is that so?
Yes.
Why is that?
It filled me with wonder.
Wonder?
Yeah, I just got all excited, and I was like, ooh, I want to see this on Broadway. I want to be in this show on the stage. I want to go and experience this movie more and more and more.
So that means I have to watch it more and more and more. Is that right?
No. You can save up your pennies and buy yourself a new TV and go hide in the bedroom like a troll.
That sounds magical. So Mary Poppins Returns, this is several years after our first edition of Mary Poppins, and we're still with the Bankses.
Right.
The Banks, Michael, I believe is his name, Michael Banks.
Yes.
He has grown older. He's an old man. He's got that mustache, though, like his papa.
He's not an old man.
Well, yeah, he is.
He's not old. He's
like
got two young children.
He's like in his 30s, right? You call me old. You call me an old man. I'm in my 30s. What's up?
I have never called you an old man.
You called me old? Luke called me old. See, I told you.
Well, his perspective's a little skewed. The man is grieving the loss of his wife,
sure,
the children's mother,
sure.
And his sister Jane lives in an apartment nearby, and she comes and helps them. And we discover early on in the movie that the house that the Banks children grew up in is also the house that they live in, or that Michael and his family lives in.
Yeah,
but they're at risk of losing it to the bank.
Because Mr. Banks put out a loan or needed some money like that, and they need the money now. They need the money back.
He's an artist, a painter, drawer, illustrator, but he also works for the bank.
Sure.
Just like his father did.
And he needs to pay that money, but he doesn't have the money, so it's not looking good for the Bankses at all.
His wife took care of all of that.
I know.
And so he's left feeling a little lost.
I know exactly how that feels. So who's going to help? Who's going to come to the rescue of the Bankses?
Why, Mary Poppins, of course.
Mary Poppins, she's back, and she is
practically perfect in every way.
I would call her bossy, but you can use that as well.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
So seeing her on the screen again, obviously, it's not Julie Andrews performing this particular role. It is Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt comes in. How did Mary Poppins fit on the screen for you?
Wonderfully. I did not care one bit that Emily Blunt was replacing Julie Andrews as the same character at all. I didn't care at all.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. It didn't faze me. It was a perfect fit.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't think they could have found anybody else to do this role other than Emily Blunt. I thought she was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Positively perfect in every way.
Practically perfect in every way.
Whatever. I was close. Yeah,
I think she nailed it, being the same character Julie Andrews played her as.
Mm-hmm. You know, it was amazing to me. I found this movie enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Not the entire movie. To me, the movie was kind of lagging and slugging in parts when Mary Poppins wasn't on screen. Mm-hmm. So I was waiting for that, like the first 20, 25 minutes of this movie, I'm waiting on Mary Poppins. I'm like, okay, everything is gloomy, everything is bad. I understand. Give me Mary Poppins. I want Mary Poppins. Give me some Mary Poppins.
Then they succeeded.
They succeeded
in getting you to want Mary Poppins.
Well, I didn't.
You had to want her.
I didn't care about the. Okay, I understand what you're saying 100%. However, I didn't care about the other characters, so they did not succeed in that. I was like, I don't care that you're whiny. I don't care that you don't have money to pay for your house. Where's Mary Poppins at?
So it sounds like you related to it really well. Are you needing a little Mary Poppins in your life?
I could use a little Mary Poppins in my life. That would be wonderful for sure.
I feel more like the bird lady. Or at least the crazy ant in Topsy-Turvy Turtle World.
Sure. So, okay, let's talk about the music. The music in the first Mary Poppins, iconic.
True.
Is the music in this one, did it, I don't want to say does it have that iconic status, but is it good?
It's good. I think that when you try to put the two movies together, because you got to realize this is not a reimagining of Mary Poppins. And I think there are plenty of people who went into the theater expecting a reimagining. And whether that was because they were getting new actors or they just didn't do their homework, whatever. But I saw comments, in social media where people complained that they didn't do Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or Spoonful of Sugar or, some of the iconic songs that Mary Poppins sang.
Yeah.
Well, that was in the first movie. They did an excellent job in creating new songs for Mary Poppins to sing and introducing new characters to be a part of the work that she had to do. Because, yes, in the first one she had her uncle. This one she had her aunt. And there was always
those same kind of beats, though, as the first one.
Right.
Don't
Well,
you think?
you had the chimney sweep in the first one. This one, you had the lamplighter.
And you had in the first one.
Lumiere.
In the first one, you had where they jump into the drawing on the street. And they go into cartoon land. They go into cartoon land again in this one.
But it's on a China bowl.
Well, true. It's different, but I'm just saying it's following those same kind of beats, though.
It's the exact same recipe
Right.
as the original, but done wonderfully without being identical.
Okay, I can see that.
And as a grown-up seeing this movie, I saw so many, not Easter eggs, not thing like that, but comparisons or parallels. That's the word I want. When you saw this character in this scenario, later on you would see something that, kind of like what I call the Wizard of Oz moment. When you realize, these guys are actually these guys in real life, in her world.
Yeah.
And in the children's world, the imaginary people, characters, are also existing in their real world.
Sure.
And it takes you through the movie to make those connections. But when you do, you feel complete.
Luke, you got something to say?
No, I just want to turn mine off.
Just, go ahead and push a button there. It's fine.
Okay. So Mary Poppins Returns, the movie we're reviewing here on the Screen Team. I was so happy when, they go into that China Bowl and they go into Cartoon Land.
Uh-huh.
I was so happy that it was back to the hand-drawn animation.
Yes.
A lot of the executives I had read wanted it to be CGI, and Rob Marshall, the director, was like, no, you got to have that
You
same
got to
kind of...
have it.
You got to have that same kind of feel from the first one with the hand-drawn animation, and I really love that.
I think a lot of people will, too. I know Luke responded well to it.
I didn't like it.
You be quiet over there. You done turned your mic off.
Hey!
He's turning it back on, Dad.
Okay.
Do you have something to say, Luke?
I don't like it.
You didn't like Mary Poppins?
Yeah, because I didn't like the Mary Poppins one, the one she came.
Okay, but what about the cartoon part? Did you like the cartoon part?
Where they had the wolves and the
Yes, I liked that part.
weasels and they were stealing them. They were stealing the kids.
I like that part.
You like that part? Well, that's good. So there was there was some parts of the movie you liked then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just liked the last part and
What about the topsy-turvy world where they went upside down?
yes, I like that part.
So it sounds like you like a lot of this movie.
No, I don't. You filthy animal.
Filthy animal. That's it. I'm turning your mic off. That language. I tell you what, man.
Somebody's watched Home Alone too many times.
I think so.
I think it's a great movie, and I want it.
Okay.
Like hardcore want it, and I immediately, even after after we got in the car to leave the theater, I went instantly to Google and started looking up the parrot umbrella because
Those aren't cheap, by the way.
no, they're not, but they're available. That's what blew my mind. I was like, I wonder if you can get that parrot umbrella. Marketing, that was the first thing I thought of. I want a parrot umbrella. He's a good guy, the parrot. He has his little moments.
Well, Mother's Day is only 5 months away, so maybe we can get that for you. The movie's called Mary Poppins Returns, and you can check it out in theaters. Coming up, we got more reviews right here on the Screen Team.